Hello everyone, we're going to talk about medicinal mushrooms. Now this is probably one of my favorite things to talk about. The medicinal mushrooms are a powerhouse. So what do I mean when I say medicinal mushrooms? Well, there's a range of different medicinal mushrooms. They're considered to be generally bracket fungus, so things that grow on trees like this, large woody hard type things. There are some others that don't quite fit in that category, like shiitake mushroom, but most of the medicinal mushrooms are considered to be these bracket type fungus. So we're going to start with my favorite one, and this is reishi mushroom. Now for any of you who know me, I talk a lot about the medicinal mushrooms, and they're in pretty much every mix that I make apart from the vitamin C. In fact, I think they're in everything other than vitamin C mix. So that shows just how much I hold them in high esteem. So this is a reishi mushroom from the UK. This is an artist bracket. This is also a reishi mushroom. This is a red reishi mushroom, which is standardly what we think of when we think of reishi mushroom. But both of these have a very similar chemical profile. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the reishi mushroom. These have long been esteemed by the Chinese emperors. For thousands of years they've used them, and they were known as the queen of immortality, which shows the reverence that they held for these mushrooms. So reishi mushroom has immune modulating polysaccharides, so it helps to regulate the immune system. A lot of things like elderberries and stuff like that ramp up your immune system, so they really up it. And if you've got an autoimmune condition, you don't necessarily want your immune system ramped up. So what the reishi mushroom does, and chaga works in a very similar way, lots of the medicinal mushrooms, so cordyceps, lion's mane, turkey tails, have this immune modulating property to them, where they go in, and I like to view them a bit like a general in the army. They come into this kind of mayhem of headless chickens running around the immune system, trying to deal with all these different things attacking it, because we live in a world where our immune systems are bombarded by food intolerances, by toxins in the air, by viruses, bacteria, pathogens. So much is going on in our environment that the immune system has to deal with, let alone the deeper things of things like cancer cells and all of that jazz. So the medicinal mushrooms come in and they regulate the immune system. So they say, okay, you're overworking, you rest for a minute, you need to target that, you do this. And they just create that order. They switch off one part of the immune system so another part can run, so that the immune system can effectively function. Now they also contain over 130 triterpenoids compounds, and these triterpenoid compounds, that's a bit of a tongue twister, work in lots of different ways. They're anti-inflammatory, they're antihistamines, they're anti-hypertensive, they're anti-cancer. So these are kind of the main categories which these medicinal mushrooms work. We're talking specifically about reishi, but a lot of the others have very similar profiles, just slight tweaks within that. So the Taoists used the medicinal mushrooms, especially reishi, on their quest for immortality. And some of the ways that this mushroom actually works is it works on the heart. So it helps to reduce bad cholesterol, it helps to regulate blood pressure. It works on the respiratory area, helping with things like conditions like bronchitis. It's been shown to be very effective. Lots and lots of scientific studies out there. There's someone called Paul Stamens, who's a microbiologist, who's done a lot of work studying scientific studies on the medicinal mushrooms. So check him out, brilliant. The other guy who's really good on the medicinal mushrooms is Martin Powell. He wrote a brilliant book, Medicinal Mushrooms, a Clinical Guide. He's also got the kind of more layman's one, which is the Essential Guide. This one, the Medicinal Mushrooms Clinical Guide's got loads and loads of the studies in it. It just tells you all of the different studies, brilliantly referenced, amazing book. So they're definitely worth getting. So as I was saying, lots of studies on how effective it is at helping to reduce the severity of bronchitis and help people recover more quickly from respiratory conditions. Also been shown in lots of studies to be very effective for cancer treatment. Chaga mushroom, this is another one here. Chaga has also been shown to be very effective on cancer treatments. Chaga and reishi have also been shown in conjunction with chemotherapy and radiotherapy to be beneficial at reducing the negative side effects. But the anti-cancer properties within these medicinal mushrooms are so amazing, and they've been shown to destroy cancer cells, to reduce the severity. You know, lots and lots of brilliant studies on that. Also very effective with helping autoimmune conditions. I've worked with a lot of people with multiple sclerosis with the medicinal mushrooms to great effect. Really, really beneficial. Very effective for rheumatoid arthritis, colitis, especially ulcerated colitis. Also very good at relaxing the being. Very, very good supportive for the liver. It's been shown to be very protective of toxicity, so stopping toxicity getting into the liver, also inhibiting a liver fibrosis, also helping to normalize liver enzymes. So the liver is the part of the body that deals with excess hormones, toxins, has such a hard job that having something to support the liver is really good, and reishi specifically is amazing for that. So as I said, I put the medicinal mushrooms in everything. It's in my longevity hot drink, it's in my CBD drink, my new awaken drink. I've also got a mushroom mix. This is a powdered mix. Now with the medicinal mushrooms, they're really hard. You can't eat them. You have to either extract them through alcohol or through hot water. So making a tea, you'd have to simmer them for 20 to 30 minutes to extract the benefits. Now, water, heat and alcohol extract in two different ways. So, you can have an alcohol tincture, and you can also have a hot water tea that you drink on a regular basis. In my mushroom mix, this has had the elements extracted already. So this is a powder that's been heat extracted, so you don't need to worry about that. You've got all the goodness, and you just need to put it in stuff. So you can put it into food as you're cooking, you can put it into a smoothie, you can make a hot drink with it. Really versatile to use. You can sprinkle it on your porridge. Doesn't taste of much, a little bit earthy, but hardly anything, so you don't notice it when you put it in things. So that's the good thing. And this has got reishi, chaga, maitake, shiitake, agaricus ablazeae, turkey tails and cordyceps. So we've talked about reishi and chaga. Maitake and shiitake are very good at helping support hormones, very good for transitions with menopause, helping with sleep and calming the being down. Turkey tails is again an amazing immune regulator, huge anti-cancer benefits to it. Cordyceps is really energizing. That's probably the one that's the most energizing out of all of them. Lion's mane is also very energizing, but they can really give you that oomph, which is so incredible. Lion's mane I put in my new awaken drink, and lion's mane is a mushroom that's very good for nerve damage, so very good to help repair nerve damage. It helps with the nerve growth factor, so it's helping to really support that. Lion's mane also is very good for the hormones and helping with sleep and restlessness and agitation, but it also helps to energize the body as well. So it's a great thing to have as a kind of wake up drink. Really, really nice. So that's a little bit about the medicinal mushrooms. As I said, it's a huge subject. One of the things I find about the medicinal mushrooms on a more kind of esoteric level is that the medicinal mushrooms connect you into the earth. They really ground you and connect your energy to the earth, because the mushrooms have this network of mycelium which cover the whole planet, this bright white fibrous roots that cover everything. And what I find is that when I work with the medicinal mushrooms, it taps into that network of that fine white roots that cover everything, that cover the whole planet. So this is quite a remarkable thing. So it's really grounding your energy, but in a very gentle way, not in a heavy way. So it's really bringing you into the earth and connecting you with all of the plants and the mushrooms, because the mushroom network, the mushroom root system also interacts with all the trees and the plants' roots. So it's really this interconnective web around the whole planet. So I find that the mushrooms really ground me. I also find that most of the medicinal mushrooms really open up my intuition. So they're a very, very powerful thing to have. Of course, if you're on any medication, always check with a healthcare practitioner before you start taking anything. Also, if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, do check on that too. There's not really enough evidence with the medicinal mushrooms, with some of them being pregnant, so it's always worth checking on those things. As I said, these books are brilliant, you know, so much incredible information about the mushrooms and how they can benefit you. You know, absolutely incredible. So I would highly recommend starting to look into it more. One of the things on the turkey tails, this is a picture of the turkey tails right there. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? And the turkey tails in this, it says they've been shown to help to inactivate the herpes simplex virus. So that's quite a remarkable thing. And there's in vitro studies showing anti-HIV activity in the turkey tails mushroom as well. Many cases of chronic fatigue syndrome are associated with high viral levels, and the turkey tails have been shown to provide effective support, helping to improve quality of life and lower viral levels. So, you know, so much incredible good stuff out there. So medicinal mushrooms, do check them out. As I said, they're in pretty much all of my products. They're in my hormone mix, they're in my green mix, they're in my peak performance mix, they're in my longevity hot drink, they're in my CBD hot chocolate, my turmeric CBD, and my awaken drink. So lots of places, and also obviously in my mushroom mix as well. So lots of places that you can start to work with them. If you're not sure which would be the best one for you, do get in touch with me and I can help guide you and support you as to which way you might enjoy it the most. But do check out the medicinal mushrooms.